following presentation is derived from the paper, Sustained Silent Reading is the Solution, Encouraging High School Students to Become Stronger Readers by Lindsay Grant Aromin, written for URI's LSC 531, instructed by Dr. Renee Hobbs. Reading. It is essential for learning, solving one's own problems, acquiring new ideas, and satisfying curiosities. Skilled reading is essential for the success of individuals as well as the broader society as a whole. However, our nation is facing a reading crisis. Americans are spending less time reading, and comprehension skills are eroding. Furthermore, nearly half of all Americans ages 18 to 24 read no books for pleasure. Many look to high schools to solve this problem, but it is there where the problem escalates. Though strategies to improve comprehension are implemented, many students are simply getting by without reading the assigned text, some graduating having read nothing. Sustained Silent Reading, or SSR, is a practice of providing students with regular uninterrupted time in the school day to read a text of their choice. Though popular in elementary schools, SSR is less popular in high schools. Though often not embraced by secondary teachers and administrators, the implementation of a structured and instructional SSR program would benefit both students in the school environment and promote a culture of lifelong learning. There are several reasons that teachers have veered from SSR. In 2000, the National Reading Panel reported on accumulated research on reading. They revealed no conclusive evidence that reading more improved ability or comprehension. Many teachers abandoned the previously popular SSR. These results were not without controversy. Scholars in the field of reading education have criticized the study for being too narrow in scope, pointing out that the NRP only focused on short-term SSR programs, basically ignoring the documented long-term benefits. The recent adoption of the Common Core State Standards, which push for students to read and comprehend complex texts, offers another SSR roadblock. Teachers feel they don't have time for SSR, as they must cover the text for which their students will be held accountable. Some teachers think SSR is fluffy and write it off. Others veer from it because it is more challenging to control. 80 students reading 80 different selections can seem overwhelming and tough to track. When not implemented with the necessary structure, SSR can devolve into wasted time or chaos. Kelly Gallagher and Penny Kittle are two acclaimed high school teachers and researchers who are among the many who advocate that SSR is essential for students to buy into reading and develop a stamina for it. And the research supports them. The National Endowment for the Arts revealed that students who read the most for fun scored the highest on standardized reading comprehension tests as well as writing tests. Researchers determined that there are several benefits that result from teachers moving from whole class assigned reading to self-select reading. The benefits included increased student choice, increased engagement, and even higher test scores on standardized testing. Additionally, research has shown that SSR works to improve students' attitudes towards reading along with their reading habits. This supports earlier research that found students who engage in voluntary reading develop positive attitudes towards reading as an activity. SSR must be supportive and instructional in nature. Several elements such as student choice, environment and access, book talks and modeling, conferences, and student accountability are all essential components that contribute to a successful, structured SSR program. SSR in school affords students the opportunity to have a choice in what they read, which they rarely, if ever, get. Reading choice fosters student motivation and engagement, which are both essential for students to be successful learners. Experts reveal that providing a conducive and inviting reading space is essential for SSR's success. Additionally, students need to be inundated with great book selections from which to choose. Gallagher argues that classrooms should become book flood zones. Teachers must sell these great books in the form of book talks, which should be held regularly. Modeling what engaged reading looks like for students is another important task of the teacher. Finally, Teachers must get to know their students and their reading habits through the use of individual conferences with each student about what they are reading. Holding students accountable for their reading via reading logs or journals is also useful when running a smooth SSR program. Sustained silent reading, when implemented effectively, provides a solution to the literacy crisis by encouraging more reading engagement among our high school students. For some, the initial buy-in may lead to a life made rich by a love of reading. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for your time.